This is Business and Economy Network.
Hello, wonderful viewers watching within and outside Nigeria and via our online channels. Welcome to your program, Business and Economy Network. My name is Ohioze Edna. Today on the program, we bring to you players from different sectors of the Nigerian economy. And for Company in Focus, we have the Country Managing Director, DIZENGOFF West Africa, Nigeria Limited. DIZENGOFF is a one-stop shop for all your tractors and greenhouses needs. And for special reports, we have an aviation giant who has contributed in a small way to the growth and development of the aviation sector and to Nigerians at large. The Chairman, Chief Executive Officer, Medview Airline PLC. And on Spotlight, we bring to you the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, IRE Clay Products Limited. In recent times, you will agree with me that a lot of builders are using more of burnt bricks than the conventional building blocks because burnt bricks are cheaper and safer. Do sit back and relax. It promises to be an educative episode. I'll be right back.
Agriculture is like every other business where you have to learn the ropes, understand those in the business, the environment, and the market. A lot of commercial farmers have failed in the past because they failed to understand that agriculture is a long-term business where you have to invest, stabilize the business, and wait for years before dividends starts coming in. The Country Managing Director, Mr. Antti Ridvaner, said, though finance is a challenge in carrying out the smooth running of agricultural business in Nigeria, considering the high interest rate from banks and other financial institutions, DIZENGOFF is here to develop and grow agriculture in Nigeria.
It's always like, and it's a kind of like investing on any business, that you need to really kind of do your home lesson and really know what you are doing, and you need to also get involved with people who can provide you the kind of knowledge and expertise, and so it's really a question of knowing what to do, and like I said, that well, we've been in agriculture for 59 years, so it's getting, of course we are happy to people to get involved with us, but of course there are also other, you know, it's getting involved with people who have the knowledge and experience and who just don't want to get your money, who are in long term in agriculture, and that's what DIZENGOFF is. That, you know, we are not here to make a quick profit. We are here to actually, in a very long term way of, and hoping to make our own contribution of developing Nigerian agriculture. Well, I would say that one really big issue is finance. That, like, as we all know, that like the normal commercial bank rates are 25%. So farming is not a business that then can carry that kind of interest rates. And then also there are these government finance schemes which are then giving more affordable finances, but then again they are sometimes too complex and too difficult for a very small farmer. So this again comes to this, like what we discussed on these clusters, and I think that is a one way of like smaller farmers working together to find you know, to be then able to maybe get finance, and then, you know, to be able to buy equipments and kind of improve their farming methods to more modern and more efficient methods.
You will agree with me that agriculture in Nigeria has a huge potential and would keep growing, especially as a lot of attention is being given to agriculture in recent times. The country manager advised that young people should be encouraged more and made to understand what refined agriculture means, because greenhouse farm is a form of farming done without getting dirty and being over-labored like it usually happens with our dense style of farming, which has discouraged lots of people from agriculture today, especially young people. DIZENGOFF is ready to provide world-class products and methods constantly, with the aim of bringing Nigerians to its former glory as an agricultural giant.
First of all, I mean, I do see that agriculture in Nigeria has a huge potential and it will be growing. So even just as a kind of businessman, I would say that definitely agriculture is an area where there is a lot of potential in going forward. And I think when it comes to these young people, many of them don't really know what modern agriculture is all about. So, you know, I would like, you know, invite some young people and go and see our customers, for example, having greenhouses, and then they understand that it's not, it's actually, you know, it's, I'm sure it's far different what they have there in their mind. So, and it really, you know, actually, for young people, I would say that agriculture is also like a business-wise, you know, great potential and great opportunities for any person in Nigeria. We will definitely continue to bring in some, well, like I said, that the partners that we do business with are like we just mentioned, Case Tractors. We always, you know, choose some really world-class partners who definitely are products that you know who will deliver and who really work in and are, let's say, good partners for any farmers. So we will continue to bring like the most suitable products and methods to Nigeria. We will continue to continuously improve and develop the farming methods. And for example, when it comes to our greenhouses, we are constantly kind of developing and trying to find what are the ways of improving the yields and the results for farmers. So we will continue this work, and I hope that we can be like, you know, contributing also to government's efforts of really, you know, bringing back to Nigerian agriculture back to its glory where it was before the oil times. One of the things what makes DIZENGOFF and, like, I would say the whole Balkan group strong is that we like I said, we are pan-African group, and we actually always cooperate with our sister companies, and we actually constantly kind of, you know, share information and kind of really follow that we have the latest information, and we are constantly developing our methods, and we are constantly looking for new solutions. So I mean, as a group, we can also, like in Nigeria, ensure that whatever we provide is really the latest and the best thing available.
Medview over the years has come to be loved by most air passengers and has relationship with other reputable aviation companies. AIRE Atlantic is a sister airline to Medview, and they have both done wonderfully well in their spheres. The Ministry of Transportation and Aviation and its ministers are determined to change the face of aviation in Nigeria, because there is more to aviation than just carriage of humans and cargo. But it has to be done with the right attitude from everyone too. Change must start with us all. Kano is gradually getting back its groove of being a commerce hub. Fly Medview Airline to and for Kano. Medview Airline PLC has got to thank always for its success and numerous achievements.
Euro Atlantic owner, his name is Thomas Martello. I call him my European father. Wonderful reasoning. I don't know what my parents did when they were young. So we got a contract in 2007, 2006. We are talking to First Bank at that time, asking us to pay APG and getting an aircraft to come. Fortunately for all, we got the business, but we need an aircraft to do the business for us, so we are in touch with him. But there was slow response from First Bank and through their management at that time to get the transfer to them. So the man just from nowhere said they can depart the aircraft without even waiting for the money. I look at myself with all the bad name people are giving to Nigerians, and someone from somewhere trusting us again to bring an aircraft without waiting for security depot with First Bank had delay in processing. So the aircraft landed and the business started. So from there we became one father and son. I will tell you, he loves me, I love him so much. So he started with one aeroplane, today he has 12. So I emulated him as a mentor, and today we are 0, now we got about 6. So have been a partnership, so they are good guys. They have a close relationship with Melville. For 10 years they have been flying with us. So the same thing here in Atlanta, from Iceland. I wish you would go with me on holiday to Iceland. A country with only 300,000 people, no military barrack. There is no military barrack. There is no, they ask them, why don't you have, I say, what are we doing? Are we fighting any war? We have no business with anybody. So I think Nigeria can turn to that tomorrow. Will be a better place to live more. Well, I want to say with good emphasis that the Honorable Minister of State for Aviation, in person of Senator Adi Serika, and the Minister of Transport, that you can see what they are doing. Wonderful job, determined to change the face of the transport industry and aviation industry. We are proud to have them. They are committed. And we too, we are seeing the sign, though the environment is so, a lot of challenges. You should know it's one industry people will never want to believe what you are telling them because they don't see it. It's like an intangible issue. So people want to see you just carry them, Lagos to Ghana or Lagos to Abuja, Lagos to everywhere. What goes beyond it, they don't want to care. But we need to tell them, for us to have a Minister of Aviation on the very important day of our listing, it's a testimony that as a father of the industry, he believes in what we are doing. He have added value to it. To be one airline after 26 years to come back to stock market. I want to use this medium to thank him and appreciate him for every support we have received from that side. And more to be done. He has a lot of challenges and we only have to give prayers. And just like I did to our president in the Saudi Arabian trip, that he has enormous responsibility. So all we need to do to our leaders is prayer. We have to offer them prayer and sincerity of whatever they promise they want to do, and they should do it. I think Nigerians are looking up to a change which they have been preaching, and the change begins from me and you. So we want to thank everybody for being part of it. Let me be honest to you and for those viewers who are watching this window. Kanu has been the home of commerce. In my days in Nigeria ways, I will tell you sincerely, what makes some of us to remember Kanu is that when we are in Saudi Arabia and we are operating in the West Africa region, area, Bamako and all these areas, you cannot beat Kanu in terms of market, in terms of business. Even Lagos follow Kanu at that point in time. So what we are saying to ourselves is that why do we have to let this place die? You see a very big investment in Kanu. When you look at the airport in those days, even Nigeria was flying into Kanu, we arrived 3 a.m. from UK. Everybody KLM passed through Kanu. But what is going on now? We don't. So we have decided to say, look gentlemen, we need to remember those good days. We need to bring life back to Kanu and thank God to His Highness, the Emir of Kanu, for his support and the people of Kanu for believing in us, because that is our home for Hajj and Umrah. And that has been a very good business setup. All our partners, you can see me talking to the agent, we are brothers, we grew up together.
Aviation business requires huge financing for maintenance and day-to-day running. In all, Medview has been able to weather the storm and stand out as it has a lot of testimonials from notable Lagosians and Nigerians at large to its name and performance. The chairman CEO, Alhaji Moni Bankole, is grateful to everyone who believed in them from their little beginning. Flying Medview earlier today from Lagos to Yola, Kaduna, Abuja, Kano, Maiduguri, etc. International routes are Jeddah, London, Accra, etc. Medview Airline also celebrates 10 years on for Hajj carriage. Medview Airline PLC, the airlines of Nigerians.
We spend money on training. We spend money on maintenance. There's nothing we do that we cut corners. And that's why I want to seize the opportunity to tell some of our fathers that fly this airline. Our former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, fly Medview 24/7. Our mother, who is the current president of Nigerian Lagos State Chamber of Commerce, in person of Mama Mrs. Nika, or Chief Mrs. Nika Agodi, assisted me to thank you, and a lot of others. That was a good one. Is our uncle who flew Medview, and because of my flying with him, I said, how do you enjoy the flight? I said, beautiful. But remember, on the next flight, make sure you have sweetener and honey, because we are getting older, we don't need sugar anymore. I thank him as well, Akin, who is, so a lot of good things happening. And my own father, Oba really one, Babatunde Aremu, Osholale Akiolu, a father in million. We need to appreciate them. People believe in you right from the onset, telling them what you want to do, and they are supporting you. Only God can reward them. We give thanks to all of them from everywhere that we don't know how to say thank you. They are the people that motivate us to say it is possible. And we are looking at it that, oh boy, you are getting there, you must get there. So what you are seeing now is a drive. The Ministry of Aviation, the Ministry of Transport, everything we are telling you is nothing, just, it's a brain work. Sit down, you see this one is feasible, what can we do? Then we need your support, and they give the support, and that's where we are. That's why we're in Kaduna. That's why Kaduna is doing good now. We're on 5 flights. We network everybody from Kaduna to Yola daily, from Kaduna to Maiduguri, from Kaduna to Kano. So you can imagine what we have reduced the stress, because you have to bring family together. So people now are so comfortable. We run a lot of full capacity. Kaduna, Yola every day, Maiduguri, Kaduna, Kano. And we are so proud that we're able to bring everybody back on the track. Because otherwise, closing Abuja for 6 weeks would have been disaster for people not to see each family. But we carry everything back to Kaduna and say, look, you are not missing anything. So we integrated everybody, and we are taking them back to London from Kaduna. We bring you Kaduna, Lagos, London. We bring you Kaduna, Accra. So it's just like you are everywhere. And we thank God for God's being part of it. For real, we are in Jeddah already. That being our home base. As I mentioned a couple of weeks or months ago, we celebrated 10 years on the Hajj. We have a record where we have lifted about 300,000 souls in and out. An average is about 140 flights in one segment multiplied by 10. This has been God being kind to this company. Flying in and out, no accident, no incident, no issues. So what else do we have to do? Give thanks to him for his support, for everything. Holding the sky for you is not a compromise. So you have to thank yourself. Moving human being. At the point in time, I ask myself, when you see the large human being in Saudi Arabia moving Makkah, Medina, Munna, Rafah, now you can see the symbol of Medview in the shoulders of these Hajjis, 20,000, 30,000. So we are part of this. I think we give thanks to God for that.
Do you know you are being reliable and incisively being educated and informed? You are watching Business and Economy Network.
And let me also quickly say that's the second best in the world, the clay from Ekiti State. When you see it, you will know that this is a clay. This is a clay. It looks like chingo. When you it continue to expand, so very good clay. It will take you there, very close to this place. It's in IRE here, in return. At the boundary between IRE and Ibebe Ekiti. Okay. Let me tell you something, very quickly. We always try. We, the private sector people, we are liars. when we fail, that is when we try to link it up with government officials. We are the first people to go and meet them. Are you getting me? They don't first of all come and meet us. And I'll give an example. My governor, he owns 70% here. About 2-3 weeks ago, he wanted to buy 1,100 of our block to use in government house. And he called me and he said we should bring. I said no. By 6 o'clock in the morning, I saw the alert and they came to pick it. Because when the governor came, he told me point blank, I will not put my money to a business I don't know anything about. Is the man not correct? And I said, Your Excellency, I heard you, sir. Sir, I will not come to you to ask for money. Whether I will swim or sink, I will continue to struggle. And I didn't go to him. So it means that when they want to buy, they will pay cash. So if a guy gives me 10 million, if it costs me that I should supply 30 million bricks, I will not even hesitate to do that because I know I will still go back. But if the governor in his own wisdom has not interfered, the governor has never given anybody any note, employ this person. So I always say it. Government business, government or politicians are not the problem of the country. It is the technocrats. If a technocrat is asked to handle a business, the first thing he will be fighting for is how to be in that office perpetually. And for him to be in that office, he needs some high-level people to make him to be in the office. And in order to get that, you also must pay for the price for them to keep you in office. So professionalism, accountability, integrity is not the answer. So, but when we now fail as a technocrat in our office, we try to hide those things. We now bring it up as if it is the politician. For me, politicians, they are my best friends. I've worked with Ejashegoni of PDP. I've worked with Dr. Kyle Fahimi of APC. I worked with Dr. Adefayose. So people even say that we resemble. So, and the man has never troubled me. And when you see him talking, he talks business. When we see, we don't talk politics, we talk business. Let me be very frank with you. The banking in Nigeria, they always look for success story that they will use for their advertisement. But they don't want to start business with you. No, but during the rehabilitation program, at a particular point in time, the two shareholders, Odo Investment and the Ekiti State government, did not contribute further to finish the rehabilitation program. And we have overdraft from Heritage Bank, the then Spring Bank. We had overdrafts from that Heritage Bank of 30 million. You know, overdraft, we're supposed to use it for working capital. But when the two shareholders refused to fund us, where the government has just changed, the governor is studying us to know whether we are real or, because out of all the projects, out of all the companies that were put on table to be revived, only this one survived. So you can't blame governor for taking his caution. So we want to be sure that we are real, that we are not just bringing. For Odo Investment, we have just also, the management has also changed by having a new GMD who also does not know much about the business. He himself was a little bit careful so that if the thing does not succeed, they will not put his name in he want to separate himself from the company because he doesn't believe the company will also succeed. So at a particular point in time, I was Hanover. Because government has changed the GMD over there. But during our presentation with the governor gave us 50% to see, okay, let me see how you guys will go. Whether, because it's normal. So we are able to now convert that 30 million from Heritage Bank to complete the project. And sales, we have our 50 million sales, making 45 million. Because we had to supply Kwara State, the whole secondary school in Kwara State, 40 schools, we had to supply their bricks, and we supplied it. So by the time we finished that, we were able to finish the project. Because if we have done 99%, it's still an abandoned project. We have approached Bank of Industry, they rejected us. They never believed in the business. They didn't even read our business plan. I remember what they told me was that they don't put out in any business where government has majority interest. That's what they told me. It's enough to get frustrated. We packaged a lot. We approached First Bank. Only the dense member now Heritage Bank gave us 30 million naira. And immediately we could not pay them because after we have settled, immediately the governor first of all saw that you guys, you mean it. It carried us like baby. And that was why His Excellency was very happy to give us Ojoba market. Without Ojoba market, we pay off. That's the only exposure we have. 30 million overdraft.
This is Business and Economy Network.
Welcome back, viewers. Hope you had a wonderful time. I believe you learned something new from our different players. Never despise the days of little beginnings. Your success and happiness starts with you. This is the much time we permit us to take. Join us same time, same station next week. We love you. God bless you.